Hello and welcome back to my channel. If not back, then just welcome. If it is your first time here, I would love it if you would click on the subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I'm going to review this bad boy. I know you can't tell what it is because of the glare of the packaging, but this is the Pretty Cool palette from Dose of Colors. It's one of their latest in their 5-pan all matte collection. And it's pretty nice. I use it to create this look here. I'll have the link for that video in the cards, also in the description box. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this, you can check it out. So let's just dive into the specs. This is what it looks like here. It's an all matte 5-pan palette. All of these colors are cool neutral tone shades. I picked this up because of that reason. Most of the cool palettes that I see lean a little mauvey, they lean a little purpley. This one was the first one that I saw that was truly neutral. From this way to that way, we've got Topeless, Let's Chill, Sign Off, Fine Print, and Smoke Show. It says that this is cruelty-free, paraben-free, talc-free, if that's your sort of thing. As far as packaging goes, I really like how it's set up. I like the long, sleek look of it. I think that the length of the mirror makes it really nice for when you're applying your eyeshadow. You can see both of your eyes in full frame. There's not like a weird crop or cutoff or anything like that. Like most chromed out things, you do get your fingerprints all over it, which is kind of bothersome to me, but that's just because I like to keep my makeup looking really pretty. It's not really like that big of a deal. I'm just going to do some quick finger swatches because I feel like the true test of a palette is how it applies on your eyes, not how pigmented or saturated the swatches look. So these swatches are pretty awkward, but just so you can see how they swatch out, you've got Topeless, Let's Chill, Sign Off, Fine Print, and Smoke Show. And then Topeless up here. It's hard to see on my skin tone, but this is an example of what I'm talking about. It's swatching poorly but applying very well. It builds up very nicely, and I use this in the transition area of my eyeballs. This palette is the first time that I've used matte shadows from Dose of Colors. I've used some of their shimmer shades before. It was the Desi Katie the Girls release, which was just kind of a weird formulation, so I wasn't nuts about it, but I heard really good things about their matte shadows, so I picked them up, and I really do like these, like a lot. I think they're great. They blend very nicely. They're very soft. There is a lot of kick up in the pan, so if that bothers you, like, I get it because it feels like a waste of product, but it's not crumbling, falling apart all over your eye when you apply it off of the brush. Like, they're not so soft that they don't adhere to the brush and then adhere to your eye. I didn't have to deal with fallout at all. After doing my eye look, I didn't have to clean up before going in with concealer and foundation and all of that. In order to have that sort of like blendability and softness, you need a bit of emoliation. Is that a word? It is right now. Basically, you need it to be able to like shift around so that they can blend together nicely without becoming like a muddy mess. They also work together pretty well with a satin metallic eye shadow, because as you can see, the palette was all matte, but I do have some shimmer on my lid. That's just because I didn't want to go with an all matte smoky eye at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know how it goes. Let's talk about price. This, like all of their 5-pan matte eyeshadow palettes, is $32, which if this palette did not work on its own, I would say would be a little bit pricey, but this could definitely be a standalone palette. Yeah, I just feel like it's pretty unique in that I haven't seen anything like it. The only thing in my collection that I could find that was kind of sort of comparable to it was the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. The only colors in here that I could really use to create some depth would be these two right here. Obviously 5 shadows are going to give you more range than 2. Overall, do I recommend this palette? Absolutely. If $32 is something that you can part with, I would pick it up, especially because I feel like we're starting to see the shift from everybody being obsessed with warm palettes and releasing warm palettes to a swing to more cool palettes. Alright folks, as always, if you have made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so very much from the bottom of my heart. Till next time, bye folks.